All right, so I'm back. We're going to continue going through the Unit 13 review. So again, if you want to just do one exercise at a time and then watch me, I think that would probably be the best way to do things. So we're moving on to exercise 3. We want to complete the article about hearing loss with can or can't and the correct words from the boxes. So the main thing to remember here is that with can or can't, we stick with the base form of the verb. So we'll be able to leave all of these verbs the same. Some people can't hear as a result of a childhood illness, but many people lose their hearing as a result of everyday exposure to loud noise. Very loud sounds can damage hair cells in your ear, which are necessary for hearing. These cells can recover from mild damage, but they can't survive severe damage, which kills them and causes permanent hearing loss. So we just decide if we're in the positive or negative, and then keep the base form of the verb. And then the next part, many people are exposed to loud noise at work. Construction workers, factory workers, and firefighters are just a few examples. But did you know that you can lose your hearing from your smartphone and other personal listening devices that you use with earphones? In part because of longer lasting batteries, people can listen for hours without taking a break. So, what do you do? What can you do to protect your ears? Here are a few tips. Wear safety earmuffs or earplugs if you work in a loud environment. Turn the volume down on your smartphone when listening to music. Don't sit near the band or loudspeakers at a concert or party. And be aware of the noise level in your environment. What's too loud? If you have to shout so that someone near you can listen to you, can understand you, the noise level is dangerous. If you can leave the area, if you can't leave the area, take other steps to protect your ears. When it comes to hearing, you can't be too careful. And again, I think we went over these exercises already, but it doesn't help to get a reminder. But again, just can or can't and base form of the verb. Okay, moving on to exercise 4. So we want to read the article about hearing loss and then complete the article with the correct form of be able to and the verbs in parentheses. So remember, with able to, we just put a form of be in front of it, depending on the subject. We can also use was and were to show that something was in the past. Will be if we're talking about the future. So there are millions of people who have some degree of hearing loss. There are 2 major types of hearing loss. So number 1, sound sensitivity loss. People with this kind of loss are not able to hear soft sounds, a whisper or a bird singing, for example. However, when sounds are loud enough, they can interpret them forgot what form we're doing. They are able to interpret them correctly. And number 2, sound discrimination loss. People with this particular kind of hearing loss are not able to distinguish one sound from another. As a result of this, they are not able to understand speech, even when it is loud enough for them to hear. How do people with hearing disabilities get along in a hearing world? Most people with hearing impairments are able to hear some sounds. Most people with hearing, with the use of hearing aids and cochlear implants, devices put in the ear during an operation, many people are able to get back some of their ability to hear. Some people with hearing disabilities are able to read lips, but at best, lip reading is only 30 to 50% effective. Even a good lip reader is not able to recognize all sounds. Just ask someone to silently mouth the words pat, bat, and mat. The three words sound different, but they all look the same when someone says them. In addition, the human eye is not able to work fast enough to process speech by vision alone. By far the most successful form of communication is signing, the use of sign language. People with hearing impairments are able to communicate successfully with others who know this language. So again, be able to is just another way we express ability. Like we mentioned, a lot of times it's the result of hard work or more formal. So we just look at our subject, decide what form of be we need, and then we still keep the base form of the verb. Right. So moving on to exercise 5. So here we want to read this FAQ page of a website. We use will be able to complete the questions and write short answers. So remember, with will be able to, we're talking about things that will happen in the future. Assisted hearing devices, FAQs. My daughter has a hearing disability. She's going to have her first child next month. Will she be able to know when the baby is crying? Yes, she will. She can get a device that flashes lights so she'll be able to see the signal, or vibrates so she'll be able to feel the signal. My nephew can't hear the alarm clock in the morning. I want to buy him a flashing lamp. Will he be able to... Oh, sorry. How will he be able to see it when he's sleeping? So, WH question, how will he be able to see it? You can see a strong light through your eyelids, as long as you don't have your head under the covers. Next, I'm thinking of getting a cochlear implant. Will I be able to hear normally with it? So, no, you will not be able to. Or no, you won't is the short answer for that. Hearing with an implant is not the same as normal hearing, but it can help a lot. Next. I just moved into a new apartment and I'm having trouble hearing the doorbell. How will I be able to solve this problem without disturbing my neighbors? You can get a system that produces sound in different locations in your apartment, not just at the front door. My husband and I both wear hearing aids, and we both love to travel. Will we be able to enjoy the theater when we're in London next summer? Yes, you will. Theaters in London use a loop system. The system sends sounds directly to your hearing aid, without wires. You just need to set your hearing aid to T. Have a good trip. Right. Exercise 6 here. We just want it to complete the story with can, could, or be able to, and the verbs in parentheses. And it wants us to use can or could when possible. So here we just make a choice. Marlee Matlin, actress and activist. Actress Marlee Matlin could hear at birth, but lost her hearing at the age of 18 months as the result of a childhood illness. By the age of 5, young Marlee could read lips. So we're in the past, so she could read lips, or she was able to read lips. Shortly after that, she mastered sign language. At first, Matlin felt angry and frightened by her hearing impairment. I wanted to be perfect, and I couldn't accept my deafness, or I was not able to accept my deafness, she said during an interview. With time, however, she learned to accept it. Matlin began her acting career at the age of 8 when she performed in theater for the deaf. It was clear from the start that she had a lot of talent. In 1986, she received an Oscar Award for Best Actress in the Hollywood film Children of a Lesser God. In the movie, she played the role of an angry woman who was deaf and did not want to speak. For Matlin, however, speaking is very important. At the Oscar ceremony, the proud actress was able to accept her award verbally, or could accept her award verbally. It was the first time the public heard her speak. It's what I wanted to do because a lot of people all over the world could see me for who I am, she said. Matlin was worried, however. What other roles will I be able to do in the future? Or can I do in the future? With this, will I be able to sounds a little bit better, but either would be correct. Matlin didn't need to worry. She continued to receive important roles in movies and on TV. Her work has helped change people's perceptions of what deaf people can and cannot do. One reviewer said, she can do more saying nothing than most people can do talking. Today, thanks to intensive speech training and a lot of dedication, she can speak very clearly, or she is able to speak very clearly. In 1994, she was able to achieve something for the first time, or she could achieve something for the first time. She played the role of a character who was not deaf. Matlin, in fact, doesn't think of herself as a deaf actress. She's an actress who happens to be deaf. One of her aspirations is that in the future she will be able to get more roles, or she can get more roles that are not specifically for people with hearing impairments. In addition to her acting career, Matlin is actively trying to improve lives. In 1995, she helped get an important law passed in the United States. As a result of this law, today most TV sets have closed captioning on their screens so that hearing impaired viewers can read everything. In 2011, she wrote letters supporting a proposal to include captions in all movies shown in movie theaters. If this proposal passes, deaf people will be able to enjoy the same in movies as hearing people. Again, we could use can enjoy. Will be able to sounds better though. Matlin does not believe in limits. I can change attitudes on deafness and prove we can do everything except hear, she said. The last exercise I'm not going to go through on the video, but I will give you the answer key so you can check your answers on that. So I will post a video next going over Unit 14. So that will come shortly. Thanks.